Hi everyone, told you I was going to get this done. Didn't know if I'd get it done till Tuesday, didn't know if these would get here in time. But, as everyone has seen with the other reviewers that do these Transformers, these got released early. These, according to my websites where I buy stuff, weren't supposed to come out until July. Now they're here. I'm so happy. These might be two of the coolest Transformers I've ever seen, particularly this Optimus Prime. These things are crazy. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these aside and have a look at the packaging, because we also have the first Prime Starscream box set, and I hope they keep doing this going forward, where they've got one box set that's Prime and Starscream and another box set that's Bumblebee and Megatron, because I don't really like Bumblebee, I never have. He's fine enough, 80s Bumblebee, yeah, alright, but the movie Bumblebee, the live action ones, do not like that characterization at all. The Bumblebee movie wasn't too bad. Anyway, what I was saying is if they keep doing the boxes in this style with Starscream and Prime in one, Bumblebee, Megatron in the other, I'll definitely be grabbing the Prime and Starscream, because they're two of my favourite characters. It's outstanding that we get them both in a box set. So, I'm going to spin these both around at the same time, just so you can see the similarities and differences between the timeline stuff. You'll first notice that this is just now Transformers timelines, whereas it was Hearts of Steel Transformers, Timelines Optimus, Timeline Starscream. So it looks like they're going to be going with this Timelines branding going forward, maybe. The difference as well is these guys already had appeared in comics in this design, whereas this is just a completely new design for the Timelines line. Anyway, so there's our sides. You can see a really cool golden hawk there, and all of this is embossed. And I think, yeah, that was embossed too. Just looks better in gold. And then we go to the, go to the backs. You can see what we have there. A lot, well, not a lot, but more steps and more complication. You can see what they're going to turn into. And go around there, and on this time we have Decepticon and the golden ox and cart, which is going to be our Optimus Prime. Alright, now let's take each of the slip covers off, and we can go even further. So now we get bigger versions of the golden animal pictures. We have little case handles and latches, and then hinges as well. Not just the cardboard hinges, but representatives of metal hinges. And then, ta-da! Our steampunk. Can I get them both in at the same time? Ooh, that'll work. Our steampunk and now our samurai Transformer boxes. So they get to go away now. And these are more examples of boxes that will go into storage and not thrown away, because I like collector-friendly boxes. So let's have a look at Prime and Starscream. I might like these more than the crossover party wallop that I've reviewed. So, let's have a look at them. Let's look at Prime first. How cool is that? He still has his truck chest, but stylized so it kind of looks like samurai armor. And big wheels. And this is going to be the roof of the ox cart, but it becomes really cool looking samurai armor. So, you know, it is kibble, but it's kibble they've made work. And when I was watching other reviewers do this, I kept trying to work out where the front feet of the ox kept coming from, or the front legs of the ox. They're right there. It's just, if you're not really looking for him, it's barely noticeable. And he has tons of articulation. I just can get out of the way. Now my head was stuck when it came out of the box. Just twisted it around and came unstuck. Sounded like I snapped it, but that was just clearly some glue. You can see there's not any kibble really, and these are a bit hollow, but transformation works. Alright, put him aside. And here is, oh, forgot to show off his golden Naginata. I think that's what it's called. I did look it up and then I forgot. But here we have Starscream, and he has, for starters, flintlock pistols. Or flintlock rifles, sorry. Pistols. The longest flintlock pistols you could possibly find. Flintlock rifles, like in the samurai era. And if you notice, he kind of has shorts and a shirt. And there's clearly a type of traditional dress he's mimicking here. And if I look it up later, I will put it in the comments. But I probably won't look it up, so if anyone else wants to say what that traditional style of outfit is, go for it. And yeah, he's got all that wicked articulation. Now, one thing he can do is you can pull off his tail and use it as a fan. Like he's in Mortal Kombat. And got all these wings, and his legs turn around and up and down, and the wings go all the way back, and they've got double hinges, and his head turns around, and it's fantastic. Very limitless articulation. And yeah, if you want to use a transformation joint, don't know why I'm stumbling over my words today. Transformation joint as a ab crunch, you can. So before we transform these guys and have a look at them, let's look at the comparisons. Music just stopped. Hang on. You gonna work? There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is, here is my main Optimus Prime and my main Starscream from my main collection. It sounds like a children's book. My main collection. This is my main Starscream. But yeah, so Voyager Starscream, Voyager Optimus Prime, I think that's... Is it Earthrise Prime? I'm not sure, but that's Siege Starscream, I'm fairly sure. There were too many line names. It's so hard to remember which one came from which. Whether it was Kingdom, Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy, I give up trying to remember all of them. But yeah, there's a comparison for Prime. So these are just deluxes, but the engineering in them is crazy. And I have to say, the price for this box set, the Hearts of Steel box set, I think was between 70 and 80 Australian dollars when I got it. And this box set was, I think, just over $60 for both figures. So you're looking at about $30 a figure. That's a great bargain. And especially for what they are. I'll try and put a link in the description for Pop Culture where I got them. Great price. So, the other comparison, the last comparison, is here's our Hearts of Steel Prime and Starscream. So, Starscream's far bulkier than Prime, but this is still a chonky Prime. It's just this does so much more. There's so much engineering in it. And yeah, chonky Starscream. So as well as the crossover toys, so the Hot Wheels and, excuse me, Ghostbusters and Party Wallop, and I've got the Knight Rider coming as well to have a look at. Really enjoying collecting those, and these Timelines box sets. Getting me back into the Transformers again, which isn't great for my wallet, but whatever. Let's transform them, shall we? I apologise, my throat's going dry. I'm just going to quickly have a sip of drink. You guys get to listen to me. Today we have this. I need that sugar kick. Alright. We're going to transform. We're going to transform Starscream first because he's easier. You can leave these on, and you can leave his butt tail on. Oops, that's the wrong way around. So, I'm going to remember how to do this because I forgot to look at the instructions. Yeah, right. So we'll turn his footsies around, and then they tab up into the back of his ankles, and we'll just move those forward for the moment. Pop that part up, and then we can spin. Can we? Yeah, spin the entirety of that around and pop it back down, and then pull the birdie head all the way up. Then we pop, see those tabs on his thighs? They go into little grooves there. So we can then accordion his little bird leggies all up too. And that's where we now do that ab crunch. Lastly, we'll put those up. We need to do his arms. So I'm actually just going to take those off because they're getting in my way. So get his arms around all that way, completely like that. And then we need to fold them all the way down. You've got to make sure that that chonky bit of his shoulder goes into that space or things won't fit. And then you tab that into there. And we can do it exactly the same on the other side. Pull that all the way back. Plug the rocket in, hit the camera. Get the feet right, put the tap. Break off one of the wings, that's fine. They're all on friction joints. And considering I've already popped this off 3 times, I'm glad they are. I fear I may have broken a pin if there was a pin. Trying to get it back on, guys, hang on. There we go. And let's put those guns back on. So, plug them in there. And plug them in there. And here we have a very cool looking, probably Falcon. Oh, you can't get him. How do I get my fingernail under there? There. Probably Falcon, because I think Samurai were into falconry. There is Falcon Starscream. And how cool is he? And he's not even the best of the two. Just wait until we transform Prime. There he is. I really love that eagle. Already calling it the wrong bird. Really love that falcon head too. It's very cool. And of course he's got all his wing articulation still. And we can just pop him down there. And he sits perfectly. Alright, now with Prime, just move you over there. We need to pop the top off his Naginata. Pull it all the way out of his hand. And just put it aside. The music has stopped again. I don't know what's going on with my computer. So, oh, this one's so complicated. Righty-ho. We need to think about this. So I need to pop his arms out from the sides. So, like that. And just get them out like that. And that frees up this entire back section. And we'll just turn those around for the moment. Alright, so next, we can bring his little ox legs forward. Open this up and open this up. And then spin that all the way around. And there we have the ox head. And then close them up, obviously. So that's the entire front of him done. So now, let's have a look. For this, let's do the legs first. So we spin that around. Looks right. Maybe. Yeah, we do. So then we pop out this tab. Pop this tab out. Put the feet in like that and they will Click, like that. Bring all of that together, including the footsies, which don't seem to want to, which is why I keep hitting the camera. Alright, well that'll do for the moment. It's mostly staying together. Then what do we do? Right. We need to pop these leg bits down. And then you can see that there's a hole there and a tab there. I'm going to get those together. And that's just unpopped everything that we put together a moment ago. So we'll put them all together again. Oh, there's so much to it that these armatures keep whacking the camera tripod. I'm very sorry. So now we fold out these leggies. And keep trying to put this back together. It's probably going to untab again before we get this finished. But that's how that should look so far with that down. How it should look so far. So now with the arms, what we need to do is we spin these around so that the holes are at the top and that tab, holes are at the top, not tob, tab can now go down there. And we fold out that part. We fold the hand up and let's see. So you can see there's a hole there and that tab there. And these are going to look like they're on an angle, which is what we want. Oh, hang on, no, it's the other tab, isn't it? Yeah, that tab. So we want that to be on an angle, but we also want the rest of it to be flat up here. Now we'll do that again here. So move that up, fold that out and whoop, that over. I haven't folded this in right because that needs to be, oh hang on, yeah, like that. So what we actually need is for the roof to look like that. It needs to tab into that one. So we'll have to repeat that here. Go all the way over and tab into that one. Because this will need to be straight, as you can see it there, with the roof on an angle. And again, flip in the hand, and bring it up and tab it in to there. And now we can bring this all together. Like this, and get all those tabs and tabs on the roof. Make sure that's all nice and flat. And now what we can do is we can put together the legs for the first time ever. We've not done that at all in this video yet. And squeeze the feet together properly. And bring all of this down and you'll see tabs going into these tabs into the legs, and yeah, tabs into the sides here. You can see just next to the wheel where my finger is there, with those tabs going in. So compress that all in, get these tabs lined up, and that all lined up. Now we can just squeeze it all together. I'm not lining everything up properly. Let me do it off camera. So line all that up and that can go in there. And this one goes in. Oh, this is not as easy as you would think. Actually, you probably wouldn't think it's easy. It is slightly fidgety, but it is a complicated little toy. So there we go. Also notice that there's tabs. The ones on the outside that we thought were going in there, they actually go into the backs of the feet. You can sort of see one there. And that holds all of that together. And there we go. We have That's not tabbed in properly, is it? Yeah, there we go. So make sure those tab into those shin bits properly. There we have the Oxen Car Samurai Optimus Prime. And we can, whoops, wrong way around. Put the Naginata back together, and it can tab on either side of the roof. Not the world's greatest weapon storage, but look at these things. These are so very, very cool. It's only just gone February, and we might already have our figures of the year. At the very least, one figure of the year with this Optimus Prime. How did they do this? Who engineered this? The madman and a miracle worker. You can see some of the stuff underneath, but you don't display it from underneath. And he rolls and drags his feet. I have to say, these are two of the best toys I have ever seen. And I highly recommend them. And like I said, I will put in a link for the pop culture sale on them. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. One day I might need to start making money out of this so I can afford to buy more stuff, because this is all coming out of my normal buying for me money. What I'm doing really is I just buy toys that I like and then review them and hope you like them too. It's just a coincidence that some of them are the big toys that everyone wants. And again, please like and subscribe. Drop a message. Say hi. I hope you're all having a good day. Get ready for some more reviews in the rest of the week. Bye.